Welcome back, my friends. I hope everybody's having a great day and you're staying safe in the real world. So this is Milepost Zero. I have been cock-blocked by Todd Howard himself. So it looks like I'm going to be losing a camp, and I wanted to show you. So where I'm shooting at, that is the area where my camp's at. And we're going to take a little bit closer look, just so you have a frame of reference of where it's at. So we have a little concrete curb area. They put a little median in right here, and then there's a concrete area with some benches on it. So now, welcome to Sloppy Seconds Barbecue. But now you have a frame of reference. But I wanted to get a video out here and show you guys this build before I end up losing it permanently. During the next update, obviously this location is occupied. That footage was from the PTS. So I wanted to show you a little bit. This was a fun build. I really enjoyed it. I kind of doing like a little mini series on different diner styles and things like that. Kind of fun, you know. But here's the entrance, and we're just gonna walk up through here. This area, and you can see if you pay attention to my foundations, you can line your foundations up and use them as a staircase. For whatever reason, the terrain was being real finicky over here, and they wouldn't tighten that gap up a little bit more to look more like, you know, stair height. A little bit finicky, but you know, that's just how terrain works sometimes. Sometimes it works great with you, and then other times it'll fight you the entire process. So as we come in, this is the barbecue joint. I've got some things hanging from the ceiling, like that wagon. Wanted to kind of create a rustic environment feel. There's the vendor and the countertop where you would be ordering your meal. Now what's nice, I don't like these kitchen things because of the noise and everything that they produce, but the animations do add life. So with this little mini series, I did decide to use these for every one of those builds, just to show kind of how it could be implemented. Those Helvetian windows, I had to put each individual item in there and make sure it lined up. That was a little bit finicky, but you can float everything off of rugs, and you can actually submerge them on that patio outside below the surface, so nobody will ever see those rugs. I threw a little alien headlamp on the pinball machine just because. And then Leo's got him a tiny little office back here. Believe it or not, I still have budget left, and I was going to continue decorating, but I don't want to continue because, yeah, I mean, I'm losing the camp. Disappointing. I mean, I'm not upset about it, obviously, but it sucks losing a camp location, especially one that you were in progress of doing. But here's as you exit Leo's office, you're going to see the back of the building. There's a little smoking area, you know, because every waiter, waitress area has a smoking area where they can bitch about all the shitty customers that they have. Here's another view of that front countertop piece, and you can see there's a ton of merges. There's 30 something merges in that one piece right there where Bob's at. Little bit of stuff right there. And then my other bot, I wanted him to be visible through the front window. So this is kind of what you've got. I've got the ghoul chair merged in there with the chemistry bench, the autopsy one. And he's, you know, chopping up ghouls, man. You got to get that meat somewhere. And I kind of thought that this was just a little bit of a neat angle to kind of show you the amount of crap, because you can see it kind of spawn in as I'm going through the items. There's a lot of stuff packed into this little place. Now, I hate this because it's not a functional camp. I like to have crafting benches at all my camps. That's rule number one for me. They have to be functional. I want all the crafting benches that I need. So, yes, people can do builds like that. I don't mind them. I love looking at them. I think they're great. Um, but it really does kill your budget when you put all your crafting stuff in there. So you really, really have to be super mindful about how you're decorating, what you're doing with the stuff. But I did put a little secret hidey hole. Yeah, I did go under the map. Oh no, report me. I'm such a bad person. I do have some shelves, and those are holding up the Helvetian flower displays that are in the yard out front. That's why that stuff's there. I did put my weather station on a switch so I could turn it on and off and actually be able to see while I build. If you're wondering how I got that steam effect, those are chimneys. And I just deleted the bottom portion. That way it was less budget. And then, of course, I always like to have a nice, easy way out. So that's where you get the staircase from. But yeah, it was definitely a fun build. Um, there's the symptomatic. It's, completely hidden. So if you're ever in game and you stumble across my camp, if you ever see a rug like that, look at it. There's probably a symptomatic under it. But obviously, I have all the crafting stations with the exception of the power armor, and it's because I just don't use power armor anymore. Last time I used that was when I was doing PvP, and well, PvP is pointless in this game. You can't die. If you have the right build, you're not gonna die. It's stupid. So I don't need the power armor station. Um, but like that Bob station right there on the front counter, people asked a couple of friends, there, does it still work? Well, absolutely. And that took a lot of finagling to move it in the right location where your character animation wasn't clipping through anything and it looked like a functional piece. But I'm even going to show you how I got my thumbnail. So it's not rocket science or anything. You're just moving the camera around until you're happy with it. But I love the bus stop feel on this build, and it was a lot of fun to do. Hopefully it inspires you to go do something. So tag me in the comments, show me your build. Have a great day. Love ya.